Episode 1.
I'm kind of nervous.
I don't know. All right. Ready, set, action. What's going on, y'all? This is episode 1 of Parentdise Journey. And we're going to discuss basically how we found out. You want to tell your side of the story first?
Yeah.
Since you're technically the one that's pregnant. So, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I was due to refill my birth control. I was due for my annual exam, so I made an appointment with my gynecologist, and I went in to get my prescription. They asked me, when was your last cycle? At that point, it's only been like a week since I should have gotten my period, and I said that, but like in my head, I wasn't like too concerned about that. And they were like, okay, like let's just like take a test. And I was like, okay. So they walk me to the bathroom, I take a test, and I go back in, and before I even like can take off all my clothes to get ready for the exam.
Pause. I'm gonna pause you right there. Because then we're gonna go into mine. I think it kind of lines up.
With your story?
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's backtrack really quick. Before you found out. Mr. Jokester over here. This was around New Year's that we actually found out that you were pregnant, right? Mm-hmm. So on New Year's, I'm playing around with my grandparents, and this is just a little side story, funny story. And I used to always even say like, hey, if you got pregnant, I wouldn't even trip. Anyways, fast forward, this is New Year's, and I'm playing around with my grandparents, and I'm like, hey, we got something to tell y'all. Whole time, she's pregnant, but none of us, knew at all. So this is New Year's already. So now 2 days later, now we're back at your point. So continue.
Okay, so, so before I could even like take off my clothes to like get ready for the exam, they're already knocking on the door, and the assistant like comes back in the room, and she's like, yeah, so that test is positive. And I was like, oh, okay. Are you sure? And she's like, yeah, like I wouldn't lie. And like, I just felt like my whole heart like dropped. Like that was not what I was expecting to hear like at all. Yeah. And they were just very casual about everything. Like they were just like, congrats. And I'm like, so, can you repeat that? Like what?
Yeah, so plot twist, birth control.
Yeah, I was on birth control.
So let's go to my side of the story.
Yeah, you tell your story now.
Obviously I knew she was going to this appointment, and it was just, again, like I always say, it was something in the air that day. I didn't know what was going on, but it was just something in the air that day. I knew some type of news I was going to get was either like good or bad. Not saying this was bad, but just like something was going to happen. So while she's at the gynecologist getting her exam, I was at basketball practice coaching, and as soon as she found out, she texted me saying, "What'd you say?"
Well, I knew where you were, and I knew you weren't going to be able to like talk on the phone. Well, I thought.
Yeah. So she texted me.
So I just said, text me when you're done.
Yeah. So when she said that, us fellas, we already know that means like something done happened. So this whole time, I ain't gonna lie, I could have stepped out, called her, but I'm like, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and finish practice.
Meanwhile, I'm having a full panic attack in the car.
Yeah.
By myself.
Yeah, my bad. But anyways,
It's fine.
Yeah. So I go get done with practice. I call her, and she's like, "Are you by yourself?" And I'm just like, "Yeah, like what's up? What's going on?" And then I get in the car, and then she just gives me a look. You want to do the look, babe? You did that. You was like, that face right there, that's exactly what you did. And I was just like, just say it. And they was like, you said, they said that test positive. And I was just like, you still got the reaction video?
I do.
Oh, we're going to play that back. So, this is my reaction. So, obviously, it was a shocker.
Yeah.
We planned on doing this next year, but, God had other plans, expedited. And I can honestly say that I am very excited.
Yeah, no.
I'm excited. So, how did you feel, during that moment, though?
I was definitely scared. It was very, unexpected. I felt like I was, shocked. I didn't really... That had, a lot of emotions. I don't want to say, I was sad, because, we talked about it, but
Yeah.
definitely shocked and scared.
Yeah.
And nervous.
Yeah. No, I felt numb.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, wait, this actually really happens? I was like, yo, this is a real thing? So, I definitely felt numb. It definitely didn't process until...
And overwhelmed. I was very overwhelmed.
Yeah, she was. But I think because I didn't react bad, it helped the situation.
Yeah, I mean, I had to talk to myself in the car because I didn't want it to. Sorry.
No, she's doing weird stuff.
I didn't want to. I wasn't sad. I was just this is obviously not planned, but this is a blessing. So you're about to be 27 years old. A mother. With a man you love. And I guess my next question is, how are you preparing? How am I preparing? I feel like you can't really prepare. I mean, I want to make sure we have all the things for when the baby's here. But as far as how to be a mom, I feel like that's something that's going to come a little bit more natural once the baby's here. Well, I hope. But yeah.
Cool. So yeah, this is really the whole purpose of this channel, is to build that community space. Obviously we are new to this parenting thing, so we're open to advice, but we're going to keep it very in our boundary, in our in our space.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it takes a village to raise a kid, and I guess thank you for being a part of our village. Anything you want to ask me as far as?
How are you preparing to be a dad?
I think, obviously, my first reaction was okay, it's time to really get on the same page. We was already planning on saving for a house. So, that's not put on hold or anything. It's just, we're actually prioritizing. We are actually prioritizing, obviously getting ready for this baby. We opened up a savings account and what's that? A high yield savings account to be exact, which basically means it collects more interest with the amount of money that you put into it, which we will obviously save enough for when the kid comes. We depend on what we want to do with it. Obviously, it even go to the house, but it's just that preparation financially.
Cushion.
Yeah, having that cushion, because once she does have that due date, which is supposedly August 30th.
25th.
August 25th.
Well, they gave me 2, so I don't really know.
Okay.
But
end of August.
I'm gonna say August 25th because that was the first one they gave me.
Oh, cool. So end of August is her due date. Is our due date, and you know, right now it's just preparation. So, that honestly concludes episode 1, and that's how we found out about this journey going into being first-time parents. Well, this is our lovely pup. She's down here, but you know, she don't count. Kinda.
She kind of does.
She helped us prepare.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways.
She kind of counts. She's a fur baby.
Yeah. Stay tuned for more on Parentdise Journey. I am Tristan Mayo.
And I'm Jasmine Hickman.
Future Mayo. Okay. Peace.